Variety stores are full of surprises, but we wouldn't count on them as a source of usable gear for our Bromptons. However, an equivalent online site like Temu is worth checking out. We ordered 10 different items from Temu to try to discover hidden gems and sift out what should be ignored. And bonus, we'll share how to convert a $20 waterproof motorcycle bag for use on a Brompton. This $4 aluminum camera mount enables GoPro-compatible accessories to be easily installed in the center of the handlebar. The mount is 4 millimeters thick at the base. Our older 2001 T3 Brompton has only a 3.3 millimeter handlebar grip, while our 2016 M6R Brompton has almost 5 millimeters of clearance. The kit comes with some extra hardware bolts and washers, but nothing that could easily solve the problem. We eventually cut a piece of tire tube, punched a hole and used it as a washer, and installed it on our M6R bicycle. We also replaced the tightening screw with a regular GoPro thumb screw to be able to adjust the tilt angle or more easily replace accessories. Despite the minor adjustments required, we give this item a thumbs up. To attach a Garmin computer, you'll need an adapter. You need the 2-prong version, so be careful when you order, as 2 and 3 prongs are both available. We actually ordered the wrong one, but fortunately owned a spare one already. In addition to Garmin, we have used such adapters to attach Magic Shine headlights and mobile phones. For the mobile phone, we purchased this type of sticker adapter. At $5 for 4 stickers, they can be attached on any flat, smooth surface like an iPhone case. It's not as robust as a quad lock, but has been working very well for us so far. Thumbs up. Before we address the Brompton's biggest pain point, carrying it when folded, we have one last cockpit hack. This $4 leather pull. It comes in a package of 2. Easy to install using a 2 and 2.5 millimeter key. It greatly facilitates luggage removal. Thumbs up. Several years ago, we purchased this off-your-bike Brompton carry handle for about $70. I use it for my bike since my hornless saddle cannot be used to carry the bike. On mine, the handle is located close to the center of gravity of the bicycle. It attaches to the frame using Velcro and 2 straps. Specially designed for the Brompton, it leaves enough clearance at the back for the seat post locking lever. It has 2 metal loops for shoulder strap. This is the gold standard of Brompton carry handles. Gilbert eventually purchased a cheaper Rock Bros version for half the price. The handle is flimsier and positioned 6 centimeters behind the center of gravity. It uses 3 Velcro straps instead of 2 and leaves less room for the seat post lever. The shoulder attach points are made of plastic. Still, it feels quite solid and reliable, despite sliding a little when under load. This $10 Temu version seems like a downgrade copy of the Rock Bros. The material is thinner and the handle longer and looser. One main difference, which may not be visible at first glance, is the amount of Velcro used. While Off Your Bike and Rock Bros use a generous amount of Velcro on the front and rear flaps to supplement the webbing straps, the Temu version only uses small Velcro tabs. For occasional use, it may be sufficient, but we wouldn't feel confident carrying a $2,000 bicycle with it. Your Brompton deserves better. Thumbs down. When we first saw this $16 folding bike tote bag, we were intrigued. Note the price depends on the color and stock availability. Made of 3 millimeter felt, it has an embossed Brompton triptych on both sides and is quite attractive. It would not replace our IKEA Dimpa for touring, but its classier look might make it easier to bring our Brompton into buildings where strict rules are enforced concerning bicycles. The bag can be folded down, but this could leave a crease in the felt. It's not a heavy-duty bag, more of a lifestyle upgrade, but the price is right, especially when on sale. Thumbs up. Brompton rolling mode, or shopping cart mode, has been around forever. With the seat post down past the stopping disc, you can push the bike around using the unfolded handlebar. Recently, thanks to the newly redesigned rear triangle and locking block, it's now possible to carry or push the bike with the seat partially up. Brompton calls this the super roll mode. This $4.50 plastic folding lock mechanism enables older Bromptons to be retrofitted to support the same super roll function. The kit contains 2 such parts, good for 2 bikes, but no instructions. We refer to the Temu site illustration for installation details. The design is clever, but the implementation gets trickier if you have a rear fender, as it interferes with the zip tie installation. Once installed, you have to make sure the seat post can move freely. It does enable super roll, but our bike unfolded on some occasions during testing. At $4.50 each, it may be worth it if you want or need to super roll your Brompton, but we decided to pass for now. The Brompton toolkit remains a desirable item, but like all Brompton branded items, it's quite expensive. This $17 3D printed alternative fits A, C, and P line bikes and comes with a magnet at the back, a self-adhesive patch kit, 10 bits, a ratchet, and a combination of 15, 10, and 8mm stamped metal wrenches. It doesn't have the rubber padding of its big brother, but does include a magnet to reduce rattling. The wrench is held in place using a plastic notch, which we suspect will wear off after a while, so you may want to only remove the key when necessary. Note the 15mm wrench can be used still in position. The ratchet and bits are likely entry-level quality, but then again, the Brompton ratchet has been known to fail on occasion. Feel free to substitute with tools or accessories you may already own, like a small multi-tool or extension bit. Temu also offers this cheaper option with no ratchet or bits. As we cycle mostly in couple, we don't need a second expensive Brompton toolkit, so this cheaper alternative could be used to store additional items. Thumbs up. We saved some of the biggest items for last. These are the pieces that could change how you carry loads on the front of your bicycle. Having a spare front rack may open up possibilities for do-it-yourselfers, as we show with this Decathlon bag in a previous video. We found 2 different models on Temu. This $20 steel model comes with a plastic mounting adapter that needs to be installed using the provided hardware. The entire assembly weighs 470 grams. 2 90-centimeter cam lock straps are included with this rack. The assembly feels very secure and clicks well on the luggage block. The $35 aluminum version is a lot lighter at 180 grams. Slightly taller, it has a similarly large bottom shelf, but doesn't lock as well on the luggage block. No assembly is required. Both racks are relatively similar in height to the standard S-type Brompton frame, but they do offer a more substantial support shelf. We experimented with attaching a 10-liter motorcycle bag worth $20 to create a waterproof front bag. This is done by simply wrapping the compression strap around the frame and back at the front of the bag. No tools required. The contents can easily be accessed from the top without removing the bag. Temu offers a variety of motorcycle bags in different sizes that would fit well on a Brompton. They're not Ortlieb quality, but maintained with care, are capable of protecting the contents from the elements at a fraction of the Ortlieb price. Having to choose between the 2 racks, we would go for the steel frame. While heavier, it is cheaper, seems more robust, offers side eyelets for straps, and gives you the opportunity to reuse the plastic bracket for further DIY projects. So is Temu the new go-to for Brompton hacks? The reality is, it's a hit-or-miss treasure hunt. Note that searching for folding bicycle accessories offers better results than just Brompton. In our experience, price and availability of items change constantly. We've linked the various items we tested below, as well as a rebate code, in the description. If you decide to grab any of these, or if you find others that interest you, we want to hear what you think in the comments section below. We're Pam and Gilbert from 2 Bikes for Adventure. We're heading out on a tour shortly, so make sure you're subscribed. We have a new saddle review coming up. See you on the road.